divinely created to do. Festa Della Donna offers programs.
Welcome to Big Money Sales Moves, the podcast for powerhouse coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs who are ready to scale with confidence and consistent cash flow. I'm your host, Karissa Atkins, speaker, author, and creator of the $1 Million Sales Matrix. Here is where we break through the industry lies that keep women overworked and underpaid. Say goodbye to bro tactics and burnout, and hello to alpha queen strategies. Sales, premium client attraction, and CEO level leadership that makes scaling simpler, faster, and more profitable. If you're ready to step into your $1 million era and make your next big money move, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Big Money Sales Moves. I'm your host, Karissa Atkins, your no BS business and mindset coach for women who are done flirting with their potential and truly ready to sell, lead, and live their seven-figure CEO life. So before we dive in, I have some really exciting news. This show, my show, Big Money Sales Moves, is now a part of a new Transformation Talk revolution on the ttrnetwork.com. So this is where you can watch live on demand. So I want you to kind of think of this TV show as Netflix for personal development. So more to come on that. We'll make sure we put things like that in the show notes for the future, and we will really help you stream all of your Big Money Sales Moves shows live on demand and ready to rock and roll. So ladies, we are continuing our conversation on the quantum energetics pillar. This is pillar number one of the overall, right, $1 Million Sales Matrix, which is helping women, ditch the chaos, ditch the overwhelm, and truly step into their $1 million business and life. So we're in pillar one, which is what we call quantum energetics. Last week, we talked about like a success code called delivery, right? How to reprogram your thoughts. We talked about your subconscious programming, where are your beliefs from? And oh my gosh, I got some juicy DMs that literally came into Instagram and Facebook after that call. Or after that, that podcast episode. So thank you so much for you listening. And more importantly, thank you so much for having the courage to reach out to me and get some more clarity around some beliefs that are coming up for you. It's my job, even though you're not my client, but it's my job to kind of help steer you in the right direction, to really, truly help you step up and make some big money sales moves. So that's what we talked about last week. Y'all, if you missed it, you missed a good one. So you need to go back and rewatch that episode. It was freaking fire. This week is all about energy and how to protect it, how to boost it, and how to use it as your most vulnerable currency. Because when your energy is clean and grounded and intentional, you attract clients, you attract opportunities, and success comes in without having to force it, right? So every powerful woman I know has one thing in common. Right? One thing in common with me, but as a whole, right? I study, I'm kind of a little obsessed about it, but I kind of study successful entrepreneurs, especially the successful women playing big games, and really truly stepping into that $1 million life. So I study these women and I've realized that we all have something in common, right? And what we have in common is that we protect our energy like it's a $1 million investment, because energy is currency. I tell that to my clients all the time. So it's when we think of energy, right? It's what people feel when you walk into a room. It's what people feel and experience when they hop on a sales call with you. It's how you show up online, right? Energy is everything. You can have the perfect strategy, you can have the beautiful systems, the amazing structure, but if your energy is off, everything is harder, period. Okay, so today I'm breaking down the exact 10 CEO energy habits that keep me focused, productive, and totally magnetic, while still living a life outside of my business, obviously, right? We're big believers in we as women can have it all, create it all, do it all. We don't have to sacrifice for anything. And it's finding that perfect balance. But at the end of the day, ladies, your energy is what you need to be protecting. So Everything is energy. Write that down right now. It's like I said, it's what your clients feel before they ever even hear your offer, right? That energetic frequency. It's what determines whether your audience trusts you or buys from you or just scrolls right past you. So when your energy is strong, people lean in. When it's chaotic or depleted, people sense that too. And it's like icky energy. So the key is learning how to protect your energy the same way you protect your money, because both are currency. One just shows up in your bank account and the other one fuels everything that you do. So here are 10 CEO habits that keep me super high energized, super grounded, super clear, no matter how busy my life gets. All right. So we're just going to drop down the list. And then I would be curious as you're listening to this, whether you're watching it or listening or tuning in, on live radio or on LinkedIn or Facebook, however it is that you are streaming this episode, I want you to simply reflect on the habits that you're currently doing, but more importantly, start reflecting on the habits that you maybe want to shift into or commit to at the end of the year, or maybe starting off fresh, right? Some of you like that mental hit the reset at the beginning of the year. So hey, you do you, boo. I don't care, as long as you start implementing these habits into your daily lifestyle. Okay, habit number 1 really does come down to gym time. I wake up every single morning at 3:45 a.m. and I'm at the gym by 4:10. By 4:30, I'm lifting, I'm sweating, and I'm charging my body for the day. People always ask, they're like, Karissa, why get up so early? Well, because energy doesn't just happen. It's created, it's generated, right? So for me, movement creates momentum. So the gym teaches me discipline. Yes, it teaches me consistency and self-respect, right? And that energy, right, of discipline and consistency and self-respect, because I'm a woman who, when I say I'm going to do something, I do the damn thing, right? That's that self-respect thing. Like, I know that I am truly living and drinking the Kool-Aid that I preach, right? That's that self-respect, the consistency, and the discipline. But that creates the energy, and that energy carries into every sales call, every episode here on the Big Money Sales Moves, and every coaching session, including every stage that I'm going to be on. So if you want to be a powerful CEO and you really want to start to step up that mindset, that identity, that energy, start by taking care of the vessel, your body, that holds your power. All right. So do you have to get up at 4 a.m. and go to the gym that early? I mean, no, I did not start at 4 a.m., guys. I actually, back when I was 213 pounds, I started at 9 a.m. But then slowly, as my life got busier, my kids got a little older, they needed a little bit more from me, right? I realized the gym is a non-negotiable habit that generates energy for me. So therefore, I must get up earlier. So over time, it went from 6 a.m. to 5 a.m. to now 3:45. Okay. Like it is what it is. Okay. Habit number 2 is I get ready for the day. Now, this one is simple, I know, but it's a total game changer, right? So after the gym, on my little calendar, I have time to get ready. Right. Like I said, guys, running a multi-million dollar, company, a very successful company, it's not rocket science, right? It's just doing the daily things, the habits, the rituals, the routines. And that's exactly what we're talking about. So I always tell my clients, building $1 million business is not sexy. It's doing the same thing every day, day in, day out, and getting shit done. Okay. So habit number 2, yes, it sounds so simple, but so many women literally show up for their business in yoga pants or sweatpants or some, baggy sweater. And I'm like, okay, how does your energy feel right now? And they're like, oh, I'm just kind of, can't get motivated today. I'm like, well, what are you wearing? And they're like, oh, I'm wearing my leggings or I'm wearing my sweatpants. I'm like, girl, go get ready for the day. Okay. So if I personally stay in sweats all day, my energy drops, right? But when I get up and I get dressed and I do my hair, I put on my earrings, I put on my makeup, I literally have everything on but my high heels. Okay. So literally I am fully ready for the day. But what that does is it boosts my energy and it rises my energy instantly. Okay. So how you show up for yourself is how you'll show up for your clients. Energy flows. Okay. And you need to get yourself in that energetic like spirit that I'm a badass CEO and I'm ready for anything. So get your ass ready for the day. Like, don't be lazy. Just get up, get ready. Let's do it, right? Okay. All right. Habit number 3 is what I call my spiritual power hour. It's a game changer for energy, mindset, and identity. And so I really want to talk about this here for a little bit. So every single morning, every morning, every morning. It's a non-freaking negotiable, ladies. Like all of these habits are non-negotiable. And my definition of non-negotiable is that no matter what, I do the damn thing, right? No excuses, no, like life got busy or kids got sick. Like there is no excuse for why you can't do the habits every single day. You may need to be a little bit flexible with these habits, right? But at the end of the day, you run your calendar, right? Or if you don't, then that's a whole nother topic. Okay, so habit number 3 is what I call my spiritual power hour. Every single morning before I start work, this is in fact the very first hour of my work day. Okay, every morning I dedicate 60 minutes to what I call my spiritual power hour. This is where I align my mind and my energy before the world gets access to me, right? So during this power hour, I'm doing meditation, I'm doing EFT tapping, I'm doing visualization, breath work. I'm reading, right? And sometimes it's literally full blown energetic clearing sessions in my office. Okay. I have my sage, I have my Palo Santos, I have my card decks, I have my fake money, I have a whole lot of money, like I am literally getting into the energetic frequency, the mindset, the body, the identity of who I desire to be. I get into that identity first, right? Before the world ever has access to me. I don't check email. I'm not tweaking my freaking funnels. I'm not making a cravagafric, right? I am literally sitting down, even though a lot of days, right, that part of me is like, oh, you can do it later. No, this is a non-negotiable. And sometimes I literally have to have that conversation. Karissa, this is a non-negotiable. You need to do it. Yeah, it's literally a dedicated hour to me getting into the energetic frequency and identity of who I desire to be. Okay. Going from $250,000 to $1 million in my business doesn't require doing more. Okay. It does not require more hustle, more effort, anything like that. Okay. And I want you to hear me on that. It requires you to be the best version of you. It requires you to build an unstoppable, all in, determined mindset. And part of that mindset work is in the spiritual power hour, right? You're programming your mindset, your body for success. It's a game changer, guys. It's a game changer. If you don't have a spiritual practice, start really small. Okay. I get it. Not everyone has 60 minutes. I didn't have 60 minutes when I started either, right? I have evolved in so many which ways in the last 6 years. It's unbelievable. But I'm telling you, if you just dedicate just 10 minutes a day to these types of activities, you will see abundance literally flood into your life. And I'm telling you right now, when you see that happen, you're going to double down on this activity right here because that's exactly what I did. Okay. And honestly, guys, that's why I created the Rise app. I've been talking about it over the last couple of shows, but the Rise app is a tool that was designed to help women tap into their energetic frequency of abundance, worthiness, all of the things, right? That truly help us step into that most powerful version of ourselves. So this app was inspired by one of my clients because I used to give them all these meditations and EFT tappings, and like I would just send them the link and then we'd put it in like this membership portal, and they'd always have to like log into a computer to get the meditations. And I had a client one time, she's brilliant. I still have her. She's been with me for many, many years. I love her. Love her. Shout out to you, Laura. So she said, Karissa, I just really want a place where I can come just for the meditations and the EFT tappings. They're amazing. And I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do. Right. And lo and behold, a year later, we created the app and now it's available for everyone. It is literally a game-changing tool for you. Okay. More to come on that. All right. Habit number 4 is what I like to say, working hours. You've got to set working hours, guys. So I work from 8 to 5:30 p.m. period. I don't take calls. I don't answer messages. I don't brainstorm business ideas outside of that window. At least I try not to brainstorm ideas, which is really hard because I am a big visionary. And typically when I'm at the gym is when I get the best ideas. So I always have to send myself an email and I'm like, do it later, right? Like focus on it later. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm not coaching. I'm not being the CEO after 5:30 or before 8 a.m. Okay. And like I said, as a visionary, my mind runs 24/7. And if I let it, I will burn out fast, which is why I have to create these working hours. Boundaries create balance. So when 5:30 hits, I shut my laptop, I walk out of my office, and I go live my life with my husband and my kids, right? That's what makes me a high performer. I don't work more. I know when to stop. I know how to shut it down. Okay. All right, ladies, we are going to take a quick break. We have just hit the top 4 habits, and then we're going to roll right through the last 6 habits that are going to be a game changer if you are looking to truly master your mindset, your energy, and your identity. We'll be right back. Thank you.
What if love was the beginning and lightning was the transformation? Tune into Love and Lightning with Nicole Pelham every second and fourth Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. Explore the intersection of spirituality, science, politics, religion, and the soul, and discover that you are not just a small part of the universe, you are an outsized part of its divine plan. Share and subscribe at loveandlightning.com or follow me at Bad Vegan Nikki.
Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Oh my goodness. We have got talk radio for all of it.
Really, thank you for blazing the trail for women in talk radio and just being such an inspiration to me and so many other people. What you're doing is so awesome. And, you know, without people like you there to like really step out of the box and go for it, I don't know if someone like me would.
All right, ladies, if you're loving these habits, imagine what happens when you combine them with the tools to really truly mastering time. So I just want to kind of quickly talk about how you can grab my How to Master Your Time Like a Millionaire course and planner. It's the exact system I use to run multiple, businesses and endeavors. It's the exact course that I've put together that really truly helps me stay in alignment and still allows me to have a really fun life. So if you love planners and you love literally checking things off your list and setting your goals, like the planner is perfect, and it goes really, really great with my course. It's called How to Master Time Like a Millionaire. Okay. And don't forget, download the Rise app, which is your daily dose of mindset and energy elevation through meditations and EFT tappings and breathwork sessions. So both of those links, you can check out more information about it, are in the show notes below. Okay, back to the habits. So we just kind of rolled through habits 1 through 4. They are game-changing habits that truly help me really step into that energetic frequency and protect my energy as a badass CEO. So we're kind of counting up as we go, and they're not necessarily any more important than the others, but they get juicier and juicier and juicier. So habit number 5 is energy boosters throughout the day. So what I mean by energy boosters throughout the day is I literally time block what I call energy boosters into my day. Lunch away from my desk, maybe it's a midday walk with my dogs or a quick meditation to kind of hit the reset. These small resets keep my vibration high. They don't need to be full vacations to recharge every single day, right? Although some of you are like, I need a vacation every single week. I don't need one of those every single week. Why? Because I have energy boosters built into my daily routine. Okay. So energy just doesn't come from doing more. I find that the more we do that hustle mentality, it just drains us, right? So energy comes from doing what actually fuels you. Okay. And I absolutely love energy boosters. Like I said, I do a midday walk with my dogs. And then I also make sure that I'm eating lunch away from my desk at the dinner table, right? Like I'm not even in my office. It just kind of helps me shut down like all of the stuff and like just tune into my life, right? It's kind of a cool thing. Okay. Habit number 6 is, of course, to eat meals throughout the day. Ladies, I cannot stress this habit enough. Food is fuel. Food is fuel for your body and for your brain, right? So the habit really that allows me to eat several meals throughout the day is my meal prep habit, right? So every Sunday I prep up my meals so that I don't skip them during the week. When I eat clean, balanced meals, I feel clear-headed and focused and so freaking energized. Right? So when I've skipped a meal for some odd reason, when I'm like pushing the limits and like, oh, I'll eat in a few hours, right? What happens is I crash mentally and emotionally. We need food. Food fuels the body and the brain. This isn't about leadership through nourishment. Feed your body that's building your empire. You cannot run on empty. Your body is like a Lamborghini, right? And you need to treat it as a Lamborghini. So you would not put shitty fuel in the Lamborghini. You would not, expect your Lamborghini to like ride for hundreds of miles on fumes, right? You fill up, you put premium stuff in it. Like this is your Lambo we're talking about, right? That's your body. I need you to start eating meals throughout the day. If your energy is literally crashing, it's probably because you're not eating enough. Okay, habit number 7 is all about getting to bed on time. Sleep is sacred for me. If I wake up at 3:45, can you guess what time I go to bed? I go to bed at 8 p.m., no exceptions. Like sometimes this even makes me laugh because I'll be out with my girlfriends and it's like 7:45 and I start yawning and they're like, oh my God, how old are you? And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. But like my body is so used to going to bed at 8 o'clock, right? The only time I would literally skip a gym session is if I didn't get to bed on time. Like lack of sleep is like the freaking ultimate like shitty vodka hangover for like a 22-year-old, right? Like a hangover from lack of sleep literally takes me out for like 2 or 3 days. So I make sure that I focus on getting enough sleep, right? Every high performing athlete, every champion, every freaking high powered CEO knows that recovery is in the sleep, right? So when we're sleeping and we power down for the night, our bodies are powering up. They're literally, healing each other. The cells are repairing. Like your subconscious mind is so at work, when you're sleeping, and we have to get sleep. Okay. So if you're tired, it might not be because like you're not lazy, right? If you feel like you're lazy, it may be because you're tired. Maybe you're under rested. So sleep like a queen so you can lead like a queen. All right. Habit number 7 was go to bed on time. All right. Habit number 8 is what I call the meet and check in with my coach. Now, every single week, I either Voxer or meet with my coach to brainstorm ideas, to get feedback, or to check my blind spots. As a high performer, I can easily lose track of the different things that I'm working on, right? At one point in time, I've probably got 10 different projects that like my hands as a CEO is touching. So it's important to understand where all of my energy is going, that it doesn't really need to be going to that particular thing, right? So every week, like I said, I check in with my coach. She'll ask me questions, she'll give me coaching or advice, or she'll just simply remind me. She's like, Karissa, stop messing around with that and get back to this, right? Like every high-powered woman, I don't care who you are, needs some sort of accountability check-in. And that's exactly what I do. So having a coach keeps my mindset clean, my emotions regulated, because as a CEO of a multi 6 and 7 figure company, as you can imagine, I have lots of clients, I have lots of projects, right? My emotions can sometimes be all over the place and my energy is all over sometimes, right? So she just kind of hones me in, reminds me what's important. And I'm like, yes, I feel grounded, supported, and loved. Thank you, right? And all of this really does help me reset my energy for the week, okay? All right. Habit number 9 is to meet with my team. I also meet with my team weekly. Delegation is energy management. Delegation is energy management. I don't carry everything alone. I stay in my zone of genius and I let my team handle the rest. So if you want to feel lighter, stop trying to do it all. I know your shoulders will thank you later, right? So I know you think you're Wonder Woman, but at the end of the day, you might have the spirit of Wonder Woman, but you don't need to be doing everything. Okay. So definitely meet with your team if you have one. If you don't, start dreaming about what team members you would, eventually want to hire to kind of help take some of those projects and pieces off your plate, because we cannot do it all. I always like to think of like Gumby, right? We stretch ourselves so damn thin that what happens though when you really get super uber out here, right? Like super thinned out, you break, right? And we don't want CEOs breaking. So get a team, hire a team, and then meet with your team, and then be willing to delegate. Hello, trust has to come into that factor. All right. Habit number 10 really does come down to unplugging and resetting. So once a month, I unplug completely, whether it's a spa day, a weekend getaway, or a full 24 hours off the grid. I literally just spent 4 hours in Romania celebrating my husband's birthday. He's a Halloween baby. Shout out to my husband. But I was like, oh my God, let's just do Halloween in Transylvania and Dracula's castle. Like how fun. But I completely unplugged. I didn't Voxer my clients. I didn't, check email. I didn't even take my computer. Okay. So I have to unplug and reset. Creativity requires space. I can't receive new ideas when I'm drowning in all of the old ones. So what does this look like for me weekly? Well, on Fridays, I do what I call a CEO day. No coaching, no nothing, right? I'm just literally building business, not working in the business. There's a big difference, okay? So this is my Fridays is the space where I like to think, create, and lead without pressure to have to coach or be on. So resetting is a business strategy, okay? All right, there's a few other habits, but I'm not going to drop them in today because hey, if you want to know the bonus habit, honestly, if I had more time, I would share it with you. But if you want to know the bonus habit, go ahead and just send me a DM in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, right? Just send me a message if you want to know the bonus habit that truly helps me unplug and reset my energy. All right, so ladies, here's what I want you to remember. Energy is currency. It's what fuels every sale, every opportunity, and every result that you create in your business. When you manage your energy, you manage your life. So choose habits that fuel you, not drain you. Move your body, feed your mind, protect your time, and rest like the queen that you were born to be. Because a woman with high energy is totally unshakable. She's fierce and she's fabulous. So if this episode spoke to you, go grab those tools, download the Rise app to reprogram your energy daily, grab my How to Master Your Time Like a Millionaire course and planner to design and schedule, your life that supports you and your energy. Both of those links are in the show notes. And remember, when you learn to protect your energy, you speed up time because success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from being more. I love you, I believe in you, and I'll see you on next week's episode where we are diving deep into identity upgrading, becoming the woman who has it all. I love you, and I will see you soon.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Big Money Sales Moves. Say goodbye to hustle and grind and burnout, and hello to ethical sales and Alpha Queen strategies. If you're ready to master high-ticket sales, scale your business, or grow your empire, head on over to www.alphaqueencollective.com and make your next big money move today.